Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Christopher Purnell Thames, current Chief Relationship Officer and Social Media Consulting Expert of NoGimmicks.com. Here is my email, cthames.w2c@gmail.com. You can contact me at 224-656-7646. I am in the greater Chicago area, Gurnee, Illinois to be exact. I am also a current um, College of Lake County, Grays Lake student. I'm majoring in web programming and design, and I'm also a United States Navy veteran with about 8 years in the engineering field. So I do have a long professional background, and also I have been dealing with social media for almost 10 years now. The job that I'm currently working at right now is Waukegan College, a nonprofit organization which helps college or which helps high school students, middle school students, elementary students start looking at college early in their life. So I also run all of the social media campaigns for the Waukegan College organization, which is basically Twitter campaigning, um, uh, uh, the Facebook fan page, all of the LinkedIn groups. I'm also in charge of the LinkedIn profile, the LinkedIn company profile for the nonprofit organization. I'm also in charge of the Pinterest marketing campaign. I'm also in charge of any other blogging efforts, and I also do some WordPress.com and WordPress.org programming from the administrative side. So I'm very efficient in content management and content creation. So, but in this basic tutorial, this basic LinkedIn tutorial video, I'm logged in. This is me. Uh, and basically what I want to do in this video is I want to give you a basic rundown of the LinkedIn profile and how it should look. And the do's and don'ts, just some of the basic do's and don'ts of having a LinkedIn profile. So uh, it actually took me a long time to build my LinkedIn profile. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in 2 weeks. One of the biggest things that I like to stress about LinkedIn is that it's not just another social media platform. LinkedIn is not just another social media platform. It is not a resume. LinkedIn is actually a tool and a long-term investment. So you have to look at it that way. If you don't look at it that way, you're going to find that it's not going to work for you. So you have to make sure that you look at it as a long-term investment. So every day you should be investing at least 30 minutes to an hour coming into your profile, making updates, and adding different categories and responding to other LinkedIn members that you have connected with or first degree connections. So, but basically, this is the LinkedIn profile. The first thing you notice is that I have a very professional picture. Okay, that's the first thing that most LinkedIn professionals notice. They notice your picture, and that's your selling point. Okay, you have to sell yourself. And in addition, in order to successfully sell yourself, you have to have a headline that is capturing to the eye. Rather, if you want to use your email in the headline and your phone number to go along with your title, it has to be something that is unique. It has to be something that catches the eye. So you want to make sure that you have an enticing headline and a great profile picture. Okay. So next in the LinkedIn profile is the summary. In the summary, you don't have to be resume-like. You can be very creative in your summary. You can explain a problem that you can solve. You can also create a summary that's very creative and basically shows your personality through your writing. You can show that you are a contributor to something that you write, or you can post your website or your web page or your other social media sites. But be very creative in your summary because you only have about 90 seconds to catch the attention of the reader. So you want to make sure that you're bold and that you're making a statement. Don't let it be resume-like because it's going to be boring to people who do this a lot, to people who actually come on LinkedIn and read profile summary. So you want to make sure your summary is on point. Scrolling down in my summary, you can see some of my content here. This is basically from my NoGimmicks.com website, and this is all of the content that I've created originally. So you want to make sure that you're uploading original content. If not, then you want to make sure that your information is at least applicable to your occupation or your job. Coming down to the skills and expertise, this is basically where LinkedIn professionals endorse you. Right now, you don't really see a lot of endorsements on my LinkedIn profile, with the exception of social media marketing, which is 100 plus or 99 plus. So the reason for this is because my skills were too generic when I first started out. So I came back in and I revamped my skills and expertise to actually match specific skills instead of just saying I'm a leader or I'm a team player. So I chose specific technical fields such as Google Webmaster Tools, WordPress.com, WordPress.org, professional blogging, YouTube video management, Facebook fan page, social media integration, Mac OS X, on and on and on and so forth. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to make that same mistake that I made by having simple generic endorsements. And basically what this does, this helps your search engine optimization or your reachability or how often that your profile can be found in the LinkedIn search engine. So you want to make sure that your skills reflect who you are and what you do. Coming down in my profile, you see publications, and these are some of my additional publications that I added to my LinkedIn profile. This also helps my reachability and my searchability on LinkedIn. And as you can see, I have a ton of content because that's what I do. I build relationships and I create content. You may not have this much information if you're not in public relations or if you're not in exactly in the form of communications that I am in. So don't be overwhelmed by it. Just kind of take your time and do what you do to make your profile a success regarding your publications. You may want to upload a paper that you wrote in college. You may want to upload something that that was published. So you may have written a book. So you want people to be able to take a look at some of the chapters in your book that you think are very appealing. So this is a great opportunity to get your publications out and get them uploaded. Experience. As you can see, my experience is not even close to being geared towards a resume. My experience is based on my content. So I have to show my content because that's what I do. You know, I'm a chief relationship officer and a social media expert. So I really want to show that off. I really want to show what I know, what I blog about, and what I like to talk about. So each level of experience here has different articles. And if someone wanted to know something about me, then they can just send me a message. Instead of doing a whole bunch of reading, they can actually, you know, get a visual, get to see some pictures and get to see just something to kind of scroll to and kind of fill out my personality as a person. Coming down, you can see that you can see additional LinkedIn networkers. And basically what this is a written recommendation, like how you would actually write out a recommendation by hand. So they're basically endorsing you based on what they know about you, if they work with you, if they were a colleague, or if you did some work for them. So it's great to have. It's great to have. And you can also find these recommendations in the recommendations section, in which we will be touching bases with going through the profile. So this is all my other additional experience. As you can see, I didn't add all pictures and all content. I kind of left some of it just readable. And you can also see that I was in the United States Navy, and you can see the logo, and you can actually, if you wanted to look and see what was going on with the Navy on LinkedIn, you can actually just hover over it, and you can go to the actual LinkedIn company profile for the United States Navy, and you can see the size of the company. Go to the actual website, see where the headquarters is, and what industry that is. So that can tell you a lot about the person, or a lot about a person, just by hovering over their previous companies or previous occupation. Coming down to languages. Now, I like to be creative when I talk about languages. I firmly believe that each occupation has its own language. Not only just speaking English and Japanese and showing my proficiency level, but also as a web engineer, I have a full proficiency at understanding the terminology used in web engineering, or in social media terminology, or in fire protection engineering. So you want to be very creative when you talk about languages. You want to don't be too cute with your LinkedIn profile, but you do want to be creative, because it allows you to be creative, and it allows you to stand out as a technician or as a professional. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of this. Coming down to certifications, of course, you want to put your certifications. You want to put when you got the certification and if it expires. So you want to make sure your dates are correct. The same thing with your experience. You want to make sure your experience follows along in a chronological order that a hiring manager or whoever is viewing your profile, that they can easily follow. So you can see my certifications. You can easily understand what I do and how far back my certifications go. Coming down to honors and awards, show off. Boast about yourself, brag about yourself. That's the whole point of having a LinkedIn profile. It's your opportunity to brag about yourself, to boast about yourself. Now, don't go overboard. Don't go to the point where you're talking so much about yourself that you're not adding any type of value proposition to your LinkedIn network, because that is the primary purpose of your LinkedIn profile. It's to show how much value that you can add to a particular company or to a client. That's the purpose of it. So you want to display your honors and awards. I also got a little creative here, and I displayed my qualifications and certifications that I earned while I was in the military. So it goes on and on and on. Here, I don't have any additional honors and awards, but what I do like to do with my profile is kind of put a couple of keywords in there, and not keyword stuff it too much, but kind of just let people know what I'm interested in. I don't have any additional honors and awards. I basically put them all at the top here. So I kind of like to create some keywords that are searchable in the search engine. So this helps my searchability on LinkedIn as well. I also put my recent projects. You can put your recent projects and what projects that you were involved in and the times that you were involved in the projects. You can also give a brief explanation of your position in the project. And this might very well be the difference between someone hiring you and someone not hiring you, or someone firing you or keeping you on. You being interested in LinkedIn and being interested in displaying your projects that you are involved with at work. So it's a very great tool that you can use to display the type of projects that you've been involved in. Coming down to education, you want to be creative with your education. If you don't have a degree, or even if you don't have a high school diploma and you just have a GED, put that information down. If you have been studying information independently, and you're dedicated to it, and you can display that you understand the material, then put that information down. Any certificate that you got, no matter how small it may be, no matter if it's online training, no matter what, your education matters. What education that you put on your LinkedIn profile may just be the difference between the client saying, hey, you know what, I want to hire this person, or I want to invest in this person, or I want to bring this person onto my team, or I want to promote this person. So you want to make sure that you're thorough in your education explanation. You don't have to necessarily just have a bunch of degrees. You can have information such as project management, PMI, PMBOK guide, 4th edition study. Or you can have the practice standards for work breakdown structures, just showing that you are familiar and that you understand the material. Coming down further into the LinkedIn profile, I have my test scores. So I kind of like to show off my intelligence as far as where I stood in the Navy, and you can see that as an E4, when I made E4, I scored 80% higher than all of the other candidates in the entire United States Navy worldwide. So that's pretty good. So I wanted to let people know, hey, I was one of the most dominant military professionals that you could find. So, and I still am until this day. So even though I'm not in the military, I'm separated, honorably discharged back in 2010. But you can see that, okay, this person has a lot of training, additional military courses completed, fireman apprenticeship training, air-capable ship helicopter firefighting training. You want to show all of your courses. You want to show all of the knowledge that you have been involved in. So it's a great tool. It's something that you simply add on your own. Coming down into courses, I'm showing all of the courses that I've been involved in, all of the different training, it's just great information. It's great information to display to anyone. So you want to make sure you get your courses in there as well as your test scores to show what classes that you have participated in within your professional career. Also with college as well. You want to make sure especially with college, you want to make sure that you display everything, all of the classes that you've been involved in classes. Volunteer experience, this is great for nonprofit organizations. If you're interested in joining a nonprofit organization, or if you're interested in showing off the fact that you are a person who is about building relationships and communicating with people and dealing with people and helping. It shows a side of your personality if you are a humanitarian, that you like to help people. So if you're in the business of helping people, this could really be something that's a plus on your LinkedIn profile. So make sure you put that volunteer experience, no matter how small it is, no matter what it is that you did. Make sure that you put that volunteer experience on that page. Also, your organizations, any type of organizations that you're involved in. If you're a Mason, or if you're involved in Blue Cross or Red Cross, if you are a contributor, if you are part of any type of goodwill organization, make sure that you put that organization on there, because if you click on this particular organization, it's going to actually take you to that company profile or that organization profile, and it will actually list the people that's within that organization. So if you wanted to connect with someone in a particular organization, you could just click on it, and it'll take you to that organization, and you can actually do some networking. Additional info, you can use your additional info however you want. For me, I like to use more of those keywords. It helps my searchability. You don't have to do it. But you want to make sure that by putting keywords into your profile, that you're not overstuffing it and that it's not overwhelming your profile. You want to make sure that the keywords don't take over who you are as a person. So your interest can be whatever you want to put. It can be something personal. It can be something professional. It can be something that kind of reflects your personality. It's totally up to you. Your personal details, you don't really have to put your personal details because you never know. You never know what type of people that you may be dealing with. So you might not want to put all of your personal details. But me, myself, personally, I don't mind putting my birthday and my marital status. That's no problem. Advice for contacting me. Since I have my phone number and my email right in my headline, I don't really feel the need to have any advice for contacting me. If someone wants to contact me, they can call me. I don't care what time it is. I don't care what day it is. Myself personally, I'm an open person. I don't mind being contacted. But if you're the type of person that has specific times that you want to be contacted, or specific days that you want to be contacted, then make sure you give some great advice for contacting you. Whatever time frame that you have, or whatever your busy times are, you want to make sure that you put that information in as far as the advice is concerned. Now, in the recommendation section, I've actually used these LinkedIn recommendations to land a job. So it's a great tool. As you can see, I've been recommended and endorsed by a lot of different people from many different industries and people that I've worked with. You want to make sure if you receive an endorsement or a recommendation that the recommendation is from someone that you work with, a colleague, or something, or someone that you've done work for. Connections, you can just basically get a quick view or quick snapshot of the people that I'm connected to here. As you can see, I'm pretty much connected to different people in many different fields because as a social media expert, social media consulting expert, I deal with every industry. So I have to kind of be a jack of all trades when it comes to technical knowledge. So I like to connect with pretty much everybody from different industries. And I also receive a lot of connection requests because everyone knows that the jobs are moving online and everything has shifted to the online platform. So I receive a lot of connection requests, and I usually accept those connection requests. Here you can get a quick snapshot of the groups that I'm involved in. These are basically the LinkedIn communities. I'm involved in a lot of angel investment groups, a lot of startup groups, CEO groups, digital marketing groups, and some of these groups are even my own groups that I've created and that are very successful. One of my favorite groups is the Harvard Business Review group because there's a lot of knowledge just being passed around in the Harvard Business Review group, and you can learn a lot from Harvard professors and being able to just access them there in that group. So if you're interested in going back to college or going back to school, you can actually connect with some of those professors that are in higher education, or if you're interested in Lean Six Sigma, or if you're interested in project management and getting in contact with the PMI Chicagoland chapter, you can get in contact with some of those representatives if you were interested in getting your project management certification. You can also get connected with people within your local communities or the surrounding local communities or the greater area. So it's just a great tool. Also, you can get in touch with, if you were interested in starting your own business, you can get in contact with the Small Business Association group. So it's great. It's just a bunch of great tools. And if you use them effectively and you dedicate maybe just about 30 minutes to an hour per day with some honest feedback and some honest assessment of your own LinkedIn profile, then you will have a great turnout. You will be getting phone calls left and right. You will be getting different opportunities left and right, and it's a great knowledge platform. This is the news that I'm following, and as you can see, there are a ton of people following all of this LinkedIn news. In some news, you have 500,000 people. You have 500,000 people following a certain industry. So you have a whole access. You have access to 500,000 people, and if you do it correctly, it'll take a lifetime to get connected to 500,000 people. And as a matter of fact, realistically, according to scientists, people can only have 150 relationships within their lifetime, and that's only if you're extremely intelligent. I'm not saying that you are extremely intelligent, but that's just the reach that you have with LinkedIn is just so powerful. It's such a powerful tool if you use it correctly and if you use it effectively. And you don't have to be a computer genius. You don't have to be exactly technology savvy because it's all click, drag, and drop. So all you have to basically do is click and type and respond. And basically you're doing your job. The last part of the LinkedIn profile is the actual companies. And as you can see, I'm following 335 different companies. Because I am a social media specialist, because I am a social media expert, it's no telling who will need my services. So I connect with pretty much all of the huge companies that you hear about, such as Verizon, Ferrari, Smuckers, Chevron, Dell, IKEA, and you can also click on these LinkedIn company profiles, and you can actually see what's going on with these LinkedIn company profiles. You can actually see what the companies are talking about, how many people are within the company, where the company headquarters is located, if they have any career or new job opportunities. And that's one of the greatest parts about the LinkedIn platform, is that it makes everything easily accessible to you right from your profile. You really don't have to navigate anywhere else. You can stay right on your profile and click back and forth and find everything that you're looking for. So that's basically it as far as just looking at the LinkedIn profile from a general perspective. There are a ton of different tools that you can use, including the LinkedIn home screen, which has an abundant amount of information, and also with the network, with looking at your contacts and looking at your different groups, looking at the many different careers, and using the search. And using the search is an art and a science within itself. But I also have a LinkedIn handout that I've created to kind of help you navigate through your profile and navigate through LinkedIn. So hopefully this short tutorial was very helpful, and it kind of gave you some insight on actually how powerful the LinkedIn tool is. Thank you. Have a great day.